Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around, desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Vinny Vega, and today I want to talk about the Doom closed beta, and also the open beta coming up this weekend. For those of you who don't know, the open beta will be live on April 15th of this month through the 18th. This will be on all three platforms, that being PS4, Xbox One, and PC. You'll also be able to preload the game on Tuesday the 12th, that way you can get right into the action as soon as it goes live. I for one will be happy to do so. Considering I'll be playing on all three platforms, this will save me a lot of time. To say the least though, my recording drive will be kind of hating me at the end of the beta because I'll be recording from all three systems. But as far as Doom goes, like, I'm definitely an old school fan of Doom, and I've played it way back in the day, like I'd say 90s or so, on my buddy's computer. This was when I wasn't allowed to have violent video games, but he was the lucky one. We both played Doom, Quake, and other PC games together, and it was, well, a good time. That was back when you used the directional keys to move your character around. The button layout was definitely a lot different back then, and it wasn't as robust as it is nowadays. And just as you would expect from Doom, you get all the gore and guts and glory like you would in previous Dooms. This is technically the fourth iteration, even though it's labeled as just Doom, probably due to the fact that Bethesda is the one behind this as far as development goes. Now, there was only 2 maps and 2 game modes to play on during the closed beta, and it's looking like it's going to be the same layout for the open one as well. Those maps being Infernal and Heatwave. Infernal kind of gives you that feeling that you're in the depths of hell. You got the lava pits and you got the blood waterfalls coming out of the walls. Just a sick layout altogether. Heatwave is more of like the steel mill industrial type looking map, and it's definitely got a sick layout as well. And the maps definitely flow very well in this game, and from what I can tell at least. Very fast-paced action, and you have 2 primary weapons instead of a secondary. So you can have a rocket launcher and a plasma rifle at the same time, and vice versa. You can pretty much lay it out however you want it. I know a lot of old school Doom fans don't like the whole loadout system, whatever, but it is what it is. I think it's a nice addition to it, in my opinion at least. And there is a bit of a learning curve still, like you have to pick up armor and health. You can't just win a gunfight and heal up. Pretty much the only way you can Rambo it is if you get a massive flank on the enemy. And of course there's also power weapons and power-ups on the map as well, and they're on a timer. Like the Gauss gun, oh my god, the Gauss gun is just glorious. That thing was a lot of fun to use, and I'm a little guilty of using it a lot, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie there. But just to see people splatter all over the walls and floors and ceilings and stuff, yeah, it was pretty much my drive to getting the Gauss gun, to say the least. The game modes that were included in this beta and also the open beta coming this weekend were Team Deathmatch and Warpath. Team Deathmatch, pretty much self-explanatory, kill the other team until you get the points needed to win. Warpath is king of the hill with a twist, essentially. Instead of having complacent zones that move around the map every 45 seconds or so, you have one constantly moving zone on a predetermined path. And once you capture that zone, ideally you don't want to stay in it. You want to stay above it or go in a different spot in order to flank the enemy, make sure they don't capture it. Because obviously if you stay in that zone, you're probably going to get railed pretty hard. It's one thing I found out very quickly in this game mode. Now as far as weapon balancing goes, I didn't feel like any of the guns or rocket launchers or whatever were too overpowering. They all felt pretty well balanced, and what was cool about the rocket launcher too is you can actually blow it up in mid-flight. So if it happens to like go right past the enemy's head, you can get some splash damage off on them. And a lot of people were complaining about the double barrel shotgun being overpowered, but I didn't really feel like it was. I think the people that are complaining about that were on low health when they were one-shotted or something like that, because it did take 2 shots to kill somebody with full health with the shotty. That's if you were like right in their face. You also had 2 grenades to choose from, that being the frag grenade, which is self-explanatory, and also a cypher grenade, which was really cool, and that was something I rocked very frequently. It essentially throws out a big bubble that siphons health from the enemy and returns it back to you, and it's usually a good combination with the shotgun and plasma rifle. That's something that I use very frequently. And you also had a teleporter in lieu of a grenade if you wanted to use it. This was really fun to get up into higher places real quickly, or you can even use it to throw off your enemy in the middle of a gunfight. Very cool item to use in this game. Overall, I had a lot of fun with the multiplayer, and I found myself not being able to put this down, to say the least. And I wasn't able to get a chance to play it on PC, but I will be doing that this weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. I did hear that there was some technical issues with the PC version, and unfortunately Bethesda is kind of known for this. Level Cap mentioned some things like something about the anti-aliasing making the input lag pretty unbearable, and some other issues as well like frame rate caps. The advanced graphics settings were also grayed out during the beta, but there has been some leaked information about the advanced settings, and Joker over at Joker Productions made a video about this. And if that leaked info is true, it's looking like that might fix some of those issues. There is no word on SOI scaling just yet. Who knows, we may find out soon enough. It's not looking too good on that department. Hopefully Bethesda does add in the advanced graphics settings for the PC for the open beta. It'll give PC gamers a little bit more ease of mind, and considering Doom was a staple of PC gaming, I would say that you would have to. It would be a shame if this ends up just being a PC port, and especially for a Doom title. I did put links for both Joker's and Level Cap's video down in the description below, so go ahead and check that out after watching this video. And I'd also like to hear your guys' thoughts on this game as well. Did you guys play the closed beta? Are you looking forward to the open beta? Are you excited for the campaign for when the game does come out? I for one is probably going to get this game just for the campaign alone, but I do feel that the multiplayer isn't just tacked on, so this is a good thing. As always guys, I hope you have a badass day today, and I'll see ya on the next one.